episode 34, Hourglass of Focus, pregame and postgame preparation. If you don't have those two things, though, their chances of getting an NIL deal are going to be very low. So you have to have those two things. And
Right.
it's something that is oftentimes overlooked, along with, like, say, sleep, for example, right? I mean, so many athletes, they don't get their proper amount of sleep. And a lot of times it's hard, I'll say that. But I'll acknowledge that. But a lot of times, too, athletes just kind of disregard their sleep, and they disregard actually putting together a good pregame and postgame preparation plan that could help them get to the spot they need to get to play well. And then at the end of the game, to get back into the right mental state to where they can get ready for the next game. And I think it differs obviously from every sport. Both baseball and softball differs from, say, football, from basketball, because baseball and softball, you pretty much play back to back every day.
Right, right. Well, I have to give credit. I was first introduced to this from a performance psychologist psychologist, Brian Kane. And he was somebody who came to different schools, was just teaching about mental performance. And he did this really cool thing. There's a concept called steal like an artist. An artist comes up with a painting, but what he or she did to come up with that painting is you stole all these different ideas and concepts, and now boom, you make your own thing. So he did a great job of stealing from all these different ideologies and then coming up with a great plan that worked for the team. So he had introduced this particular idea of an hourglass of focus, how to get really zoomed in and then zoom back out after a game, let's say. But he originally got it from a surgeon. And so the story he told is that a surgeon could be, let's say it's a he. He's a husband and a father. And let's say, he's leaving and there was an argument at his house and his kids weren't behaving, and now he has to get in the car and go to surgery. And let's say he's still pissed off about what happened at home, and he's walking into surgery, and the family or the person that he's operating on sees the surgeon walking in, like distracted, flustered, not doing, and goes into surgery. And so they gave this whole example. And something could happen in surgery that is less than ideal, and then you come home and you still have to have a completely different role, and now your surgery is affecting this outside role. So this is great to get you locked in and focused for when you need to perform, but then also being able to leave the game, leave practice, leave whatever at the field, so that you can then go out to dinner with your family, or be a sister, be a brother, be a whatever you need to be a student. So you have basically certain things that lock you in. An example of this particular surgeon's day, and I stole some of it for myself as an athlete, but number one was like a pregame meal or some type of pregame ritual, right? So pre-surgery meal, whatever it was, he knew that was like on days of surgery, he was eating that meal. Some type of visualization. And every time he's doing one of these things, he's kind of getting more and more locked in, more and more focused, right? He gets into the car, he listens to a certain song or listens to a certain mantra, something that says, okay, this is the song for surgery day. And then he stays in the car, he takes a deep breath, shuts his phone off, leaves his phone, let's say, in the car, and then he gets out of the car and he tries to get big. And he's like, trying to feel like the most confident person on the planet, right? So that's like getting into surgery.